Welcome, my name is Tishara and this is StarMade. I know it's been a while, but yeah, life happens. And sometimes I can't really plan ahead of that. But anyway, I'm back with a new episode. In this case, we're going to take a look at the ship built by Holzstock, the Astroeey, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce the name, but it's at least a ship I haven't reviewed yet. We did review a previous ship of this builder, but we'll see if this has similar characteristics or not. I already loaded it in. I can see that it has a bunch of big engines, and if I move a bit to the top, yeah, I do recognize a lot of the detailing that's gone in the engine pods. It was done in the other ship that was built. I quite like the turret system here. This is really nicely detailed. Really quite like this. This is something I struggle with myself, turret design. It's one of my least favorite parts of ship design, actually. But I quite like how this was done. It has a lot of details for the barrels, for the gun barrels, and it has a lot of freedom of movement. By the looks of it, at least it can rotate it 180 degrees. Doesn't really, yeah, it's not really blocked by anything within its firing arc, I think, and the barrels can move up and down freely by the looks of it. So that's quite nice. So it's practical and it looks quite nice. Like I said, it's one of the things I struggle with myself. Lots of other little details along the hull. I think it was a lot of things learned from the previous build in that case. And I think in the back here, because there's not a lot of detail, so I thought it was a docking area, and I was right. So we've got this docking. I think it's an unloading rail. I always get those two confused. So this is the door. So that's something we can explore later. Perhaps there's a possible entrance to the ship, because I have no clue where the door is going to be in this. Along the thrusters over here, we've got a lot of turrets as well. So I'm assuming this is Lesky AMS coverage, and then something for light fighters or snob fighters to defend against those, I think, or perhaps a heavier AMS turret. That's possible as well. I believe this will be done at the bottom as well, I think. Yeah, it's mirrored, so yeah, seems logical. So it's got a very decent amount of AMS coverage by the looks of it. Really nice. The front end of the ship has a very unique kind of shape. I quite like this. It's very difficult to get these shallow slope kind of shapes within StarMade because of the blocks, but I think it was pulled off very well in this design. We've got this grey area at the bottom over here that flows nicely within the top blue armor panels. I also like to do that myself as well. Just get the grey base coat and then plop some colored panels on top of it, more or less. Really sells the mechanical feel of a ship. We can get a peek inside, so it's got a number of interior choices made, so we can explore that in a minute when we enter the ship. And I believe this will probably be either the bridge or at least a navigation station of sorts. I don't know where the core is, so we'll have to look that up as well. And there's no... yeah, there is a fixed weapon at the front by the looks of it. So this is basically your spinal cannon or something like it. And I'm kind of curious, what is this exactly? Is it a nice detail, or I can't really see if there's a weapon behind it or not. I don't think there is, but we will check out the systems as well. But yeah, it's not a heavily armed vessel by the looks of it, but it does have some decent defenses going for it. There's no additional turret at the bottom, correct? No, it's just the bigger one at the top. I quite like those connections to the engine pods. Really looks structural and strong this way. So we've got these metal braces here that connect the spine of the ship to the engine pod on the side. So it's not likely to break all that fast. So it's quite nicely done, in my opinion. Got some other mechanical bits over here. Some tanks to hold some stuff. Can we look inside? By the looks of it, it's weapon modules that are inside. And some communication arrays, very nicely done. Quite like how this ship is detailed. It's very detailed, but it doesn't look all that overwhelming. Because you do have some areas that are a bit less cluttered with detail. So, and it conveys a certain amount of sense, makes a certain amount of sense in the detail department, especially when you look at these mechanical connection bits like this strut over here that connects the wing and the main area of the ship, the main spinal area. That's really a good way to do detailing of a ship, make it look like it's part of the actual design of the ship to make it function. But like I said, we do need to find an entrance, but we can always go in the back, I think. But I do see a door over here by the looks of it. Yeah, this is a door. So let's get out of my cube over here. And let's see if we can get inside this way. Yeah, we can. Gravity, yeah, nice. There's no logic really in the airlock itself, so you have to do that by hand. Yeah, airlock, nice. So we are inside now. This is a hallway that probably leads to a different airlock. Yeah, it's basically mirrored. So yeah, same as the other side. And then goes back. And there's an elevator at the front. There's no display on how many floors there are, but it can't be that many. So we'll check that out later. I think we are going to go to the back section first, I think. Oh, there's an infirmary here. So there's in the interior there's no real, there's some symmetry, but there's also asymmetry in interior design by the looks of it. So this is the infirmary. Spots for 3 people by the looks of it. It's not a very big infirmary, but it's not a very big ship as far as crew is concerned, I think. This is crew quarters or something, I think. Well, it's very small crew quarters, but there's something. What's this? Some sort of mechanical engineering type place by the looks of it. Yeah, build blocks, all kinds of machines. I really like this. This is my kind of interior. Lots and lots. There's the core. And very well defended by the looks of it. Yeah, I don't think you want to board this ship, so it's guarded by these two turrets by the looks of it. And this goes to, this goes to the hallway as well, but there's no door here. Door at the end of the hallway might be nice. I mean, there is a door for the mechanical area, for the engineering. So why no door to the hallway over here? I don't think that will impact anything specifically. So could be an improvement to make, but it's just a minor thing. Then in the back here, we're going to the actual engine room. Perhaps we've got AI module over here. Also workstations. Might be nice to add some displays with some actual information on here. And then over here some stairs by the looks of it. But we'll check that out later. This is, I think, the hangar bay. Yeah, this is the hangar bay. This is really giving me a inspiration to build something small to dock here. I would have expected some sort of shuttle in here, but there's nothing docked in here, so you have to add that yourself. There's plenty of space. You can basically park something small inside and then perhaps park a larger shuttle outside on this docking area over here. So we can bring 2 ships if you want. And there is a text here, main deck. Okay, so this is basically the description of what's on this particular deck. So I think this is the length of the ship that we can go. So if we go up here, we go to the this is the control room for the hangar area. You can put a button in here to at least control the door, because now you have to go there and open the door by hand. So just enter simple button. That's it. I don't think you need any more complicated logic than that. Just a button. That's it. So I don't think we can go anywhere else on this level. So I think we have to go back to the elevator I saw at the front, and then I think we either go down or up. I think I go down first, because the up is probably the bridge section. So let's see, crew deck. Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't notice that description yet. So there's probably 3 decks. So it's this deck that we entered, then there's the crew deck below, and then there's the bridge at the top. Let's check out the bridge first, because I think that's the smallest. Up. Why you not go up? Your logic is broken. Let's get out of gravity, see if we can do it that way. This is a different deck, and there's a different deck over here. Yeah, this is the bridge. Yeah, I like how you did the elevator. It's very cramped, of course, but it does work. Yeah, this is the bridge we saw from the outside as well. Some nice consoles, etc. This is basically to call the elevator, I think. Yeah, it's not working, you see? Something is wrong here. Not sure what. But yeah, only improvement I can give you as a tip is to add some different consoles, not only the blue ones, but probably a display or computer display from the back, for example. That works really well as well to get a bit of variation. So on the deck below here, this is probably the crew deck. I don't have a gravity module in here, but can I grab it? Yeah, I can grab it. That's nice. Moves a bit nicer. Okay, this is very nice. This is some sort of... Oh, this is the launch area, or basically the dining area. So we've got some yeah, alien food to consume over here. Very, very nice. This is the kitchen. This is probably the pantry where we keep all the stock. Not a very large pantry, but at least some stock. You can keep the rest of the stock in a different place and then restock the kitchen when needed. This is a lounge area, so lounge area. So you can play games here, do some other things, relax a bit, I think. Oh, this is basically a captain's quarters or something like that. Yeah. Why does it say crew deck in this one? I know that I'm on the crew deck because I'm in this particular... It's not something you enter from outside the ship, so... Yeah, captain's quarters. Oh, okay, it's from both sides. I didn't notice that. Yeah, this is the captain quarters. Thought it was too nice for just... Okay, this is the bathroom, so this is for all the crew, I assume. What's this? Do you want to know? I think this is escape pods or something like that. That's my assumption, at least. Or is this just a very fancy toilet? I don't know if I want to press this button. I can't press this button. We'll do that later. If it's an escape pod, then I don't want to be shut out. Another bathroom. Again with the buttons. Yeah, I think it's a toilet. And some bunk beds. So we've got some 3, 6, No, that's a lot of bunk beds. That's a lot of crew for ship this size. No, I think it can work, but yeah, we'll see. I think there's something below as well. Shall we try to activate this button first? Let me remove the door. See what happens if I press this button. Nothing. Okay, it's not an escape pod. It's just a fancy flushing mechanism for the toilet. But yeah, escape pods could be something that can be added, or perhaps I missed them. Perhaps they are below. Is there something below here? No, I don't think there is. So there's no, yeah, there's no level below this. So this is the lowest level you can go. So I think we've seen everything on the inside. So let's grab the core and really quickly check out the systems, see what's that about. Let's see, it was over here, yeah, I remember. Let's get in the core and grab back my interface. So what do we have? Yeah, everything is assigned, so everything, I don't think this is assigned. Damage beam, let's put it on 1. Oh, that was the one, okay. Scanner, well, it's basically standard scanner. Do we have jump drive? Yeah, jump drive. Docking and activation module for something. Basically pressing buttons, things like that. So this is basically only one main weapon. So if we go outside, we fire this, it's probably going to be at the front. No? Oh yeah, there it is. I think you have to assign a different place it's going to be shot from. Yeah, I think you have to assign it to, where are we? This is the back. Yeah, this should be the spot where it shoots from, so if we press R on this one, I think it's fixed. Let's see. So we'd, yeah, this is better. So should be fire from that position. Weird type of weapon. It's only firing a little bit, but yeah, I think it's a bit drawing to a bit much power. Not really. Okay, it's good enough. Just checking if you're flying and shooting, if it holds up, but the power holds up, so that's fine. There's no real other areas I think I forgot to explore. Let me check real quick. So the system in here. Yeah, this is the lower level. You can't go down. So this is all systems, the lower part. Yeah, this is all systems. So quite a bit of space to dedicate to systems. So that's nicely done. And the rest of the upper part, that's basically the interior as we explored it. So that's quite nice. Yeah, I think we got everything covered. Let me check those fancy toilets again. Yeah, it's nothing docked here. So yeah, it's not a escape pod. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing, I think, in this interior, an escape pod of some sort. But that's always difficult to implement because you have to have a way to get outside the ship that way. But if you go really basic, you can just add a 1x1 tube with a core and some docked rails to get it shot out, so you can just basically move yourself into a separate core and then shoot it out. Something like that. That could work, but not really a requirement. So basically, this ship is designed to go down with all hands. But yeah, I quite like how this ship is designed. The amount of detail that was put in is very nice, very consistent as well. There's only some minor things you can improve on it. And I quite like how the shape of the ship is turned out as well, because it's very logical in my opinion. You have your main drive over here, and this engine pods on the sides, they have a clear thrust vector at the back over there that's not interfering with the rest of the structure, so that's quite nicely done. even if it's not something that StarMade takes into account. It's nice to incorporate into your designs. And like I said, quite a lot of detailing done that is not really overwhelming in my opinion, but really adds to the amount of detail that this ship has. So compliments from me. This is a very good ship, very good design. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I see you guys next time.